That is what greed led to where we are today.
No. Greed on the part of the banks. Right. Materialism on the part of the Americans.
It's not quite that simple. I want to add a dimension here because you're talking about regulation.
Yeah.
All right. It is time for the Congress, Republicans and Democrats, to stop encouraging, exhorting, and forcing banks to make low-income loans with no documentation. Right. Stop that. Right. The Community Reinvestment Act, which was passed in the mid-90s, which was extended in the early 2000s, literally pushed these lenders to make low-income loans.
Hold on a second. Okay. You cannot blame this on low-income people that are getting a house.
I'm not.
This is about a lot of people that wanted to go and buy $500,000 homes in Florida, Arizona, California. Come on, Larry.
Subprime, substandard loans was a creature of the U.S. Congress in the 90s and the 2000s.
But that's you're saying poor people have caused this crisis?
No, I didn't say, listen to what I'm saying. Not poor people, members of Congress who were rich people. But their liberal guilt consciences forced banks and lenders to make lousy substandard loans.
You're saying
and that has to be repealed.
Okay, let me rephrase
Not everybody can afford a home, Joe. Some people have to rent. That's just the way it is.
They should be told that. They
Thank you,
have banks.
Thank you.
The banks should not be saying, we can work this out, we can
And you can't do this razzle-dazzle packaging of a lousy loan where I make the loan, I sell it to you, you sell it to Fannie Mae, and Fannie Mae sells it to the Singapore with Sovereign Wealth Fund. That has just got to stop.
Well, isn't that the larger problem? Isn't that the larger problem? The fact that banks, which are highly regulated, they can only go along with, I make $12 an hour. I wouldn't buy a $500,000 home. The banks,
say no.
But the banks can say no. But they said, well, okay, we'll go along with it because they could sell the mortgage to someone who's not regulated the way they are.
No, the Fannie-Freddie model is completely broken down. That's going to change. But in Washington, they have to stop what they've been doing. They've been saying to these banks and to Countrywide, Angela Mozilla, if you don't make low-income loans in certain neighborhoods that used to be, quote, red line, we will deny your branches, we will deny your expansive balance sheet. That's got to be
you got to go. But what percentage of our crisis are these low-income loans? That's my point.
Are you kidding? Subprime is the big problem here, Joe. Subprime was the problem. And people made mistakes up and down the line. Stop subprime. We got to put some money down. When you buy a house, you put nothing down to buy your home. That's what they were doing. Yep. What happened to the days when we had to put
a lot of rich people were doing that.
That's right.
All of it has to stop. All of it has to stop. And then we can get back to some basic blocking and tackling on home.
You know the percentage of poor people, no money down for a home. Are they more responsible for it, or are people with the second and third home speculating?
There you go.
You know what? There were speculators, absolutely. But at the end of the day, when you look in the banks, AIG, Merrill Lynch, Bear Stearns, the ones that failed, it was substandard, subprime lending.
This is going to look like a James Brown concert soon.
Should I escort him off?
Oh, yeah, get the cape.
I'm sorry.
Escort him off.
People should not give up hope on America, though, Joe. Let me make that point.
I'm told you have to leave, sir. Sir, we have to ask you. We're really sorry, but you're going to have to leave.
Mike is give me the hook.
Come on, I'll give you a hug.
Ladies how you feel forever, my man. Ladies how you feel.
Watch your step.
Watch your step. Burns. You can catch Larry Kudlow on CNBC's Kudlow and Company at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. We will also learn, of course, on that show that it was the poor people also responsible for the Kennedy assassination. We'll be right back.